Madam, this debate on the Sarkaria Commission's report has come not too early. It has been taken up for debate after a lapse of a considerable time. Nevertheless, I welcome this debate. At the present moment, the center-state relations are passing through a critical phase. Many problems and issues have come up before the last 40 years of the working of the Constitution. Many irritations and tensions have been built up between the center and the states in working the Constitution. The Home Minister, Mr. Bhuta Singh, has said that the government has got an open mind on the recommendations made by the Sarkaria Commissions. I wish the government had applied an open mind and impartial mind while giving the terms of reference to the Commission. Madam, the terms of reference announced for the Commission had definitely a central bias, and the Commission itself has taken note of the term of reference to the Commission. At the very outset, the Commission drew up a shortened format for itself on the basis of which it may make recommendations. The format included influenced its thinking and its deliberations and its final recommendations. However, at another stage, at the beginning, it has made one new observation, a very important observation. It talked to a dual polity for India, but in the working of the Constitution, there was progress, erosion of state powers, and there is overriding and bypassing the states and their powers by the center. The Constitution has given 3 lists distributing the powers, the responsibility, and the functions between the center and the state. There is a union list, there is the state list, and there is the concurrent list. For many years, and concurrent list has been enlarged to the disadvantage of the state. Many functions which were under the state lists and which were already truncated in the original form were talked out and put into the concurrent list, and the Commission observed that the areas which are in the concurrent list are monopolized by the center, and the extent the power of the states have been curtailed. The Commission has suggested that whenever the center wants to legislate on a subject in the concurrent list, previous concurrence of the state government should be obtained, and it has also registered that it should not be left to the convention or practice but should be incorporated in the constitution. In other words, there should be constitutional amendment whereby a state government should be consulted, where whenever the center legislation on concurrence matters, the commission has dealt with various aspects, for instance, the appointment of governors, the powers of governors, the rights of governors. Madam, on this, the Commission has made some important recommendations. There are very radical, but some of them are very important to ensure the autonomy of states and to rationalize the relations between the governor and the state government. The Commission has stated that at the time of appointment, the governor's certain principles should be followed, certain norms should be observed. One norm should go: no government belonging to the ruling party at the center should be posted to the state which is governed by an opposition party. This is an important recommendation. The Commission also has observed that the Commission after retirement should not take up any assignment except the assignment of the Vice President or the President. The implication is the governor should not be influenced by any ulterior or selfish motives in these decisions. I go along with the Commission in respect of the conduct of the governors in dealing with the state governments. The Constitution has said that after the election is over, the governor should call the leaders of the majority to form the government. That in case no majority emerges after the election, the governor should call the leaders of the largest party or the leaders of the coalition parties to form the government. It says whenever the majority was in doubt, the governor should go to the assembly to know whether the government of the day has a majority or does not have a majority, but the Sarkaria Commission has not commented upon the reality of the situation that obtains today. The governors are functioning as agents of the center. They are appointed in non-Congress states from the personnel drawn from the ruling party at the center, and the governors are supposed to function as the representatives of the government of the union. The governor is not an elected person. The governor is nominated by the president, virtually by the government of India. So, in reality, the government is acting as an appendage of the center. I go along with the recommendations of the Commission in this regard, but say wherever the center appoints a governor, it should look into the qualification and the person. He should not be partition. He should be acknowledgeable in constitutional matters, and he should have necessarily experience in matters of states. Such people should be appointed as governors and not the agents of the party in power. The Sarkaria Commission has also touched upon the imposition of President's rule, the Governor's rule. In this matter, the Commission has taken note of certain inadequacies which have come up during the working of the Constitution during all these years.